Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at XPENG's new Landing aircraft carrier. It's a $276,000 van with a two-man quadcopter. XPENG wants to sell at least 10,000 models of its new land aircraft carrier per year starting in 2025. The vehicle is a six-wheel van with a quadcopter drone that can fit two individuals. The firm performed the vehicle's first public flight on Tuesday. The Chinese EV maker XPeng gave the public a first glimpse of its new land air carrier in action on Tuesday, marking another step towards its ambitious vision to bring flying vehicles to the mass market. The Tesla rival is offering a six-wheel van with a two-man quadcopter. Videos released by the firm's flying vehicle arm, XPENG Flying Car, showed the quadcopter automatically sliding out of the main vehicle and deploying. Another clip showed the van reversing to allow the quadcopter to back in. XPeng demonstrated the quadcopter in an unscrewed flight in front of a crowd at the Zhuhai Air Show, an annual Chinese aviation conference backed by the central government. Now, the company said on Thursday it will receive 2,000 orders at the air show after the demonstration, touting it as the largest order volume in the global flying car industry to date. Orders will be open to the public in December. XPeng Flying Car added, it's already targeting a far larger tranche of order, with media reporting that the company has planned to build an annual production of 10,000 vehicles. Deliveries are set to begin in 2026, stated media reported. XPeng is among a swath of Chinese manufacturer to emerge in a crowded EV market over the last decade, but it has become one of the country's highest profile EV companies. The Guangzhou-based firm, founded by engineer Henry Xia, has been leaning into extended-range hybrid engine technology to lower the cost of the vehicles and boost profits. In August, they debuted a car with a self-driving tech at $22,000, undercutting other brands such as Xiaomi, BYD, and Tesla. Meanwhile, it's been pushing hard to sell flying technology to the consumer market. XPeng Flying Car is also working on a two-person flying electric vehicle that features vertical takeoff and landing. This is separate from the vehicle they released. So they're working on multiple different flying vehicles, and that's really good to see because it is gaining some traction. However, when will this technology become mainstream? I would say this technology will rely heavily on self-driving technology, autonomous. Autonomous flying technology is the way forward because this technology, I can't see human beings that are normal people, even with a pilot license, these things being in the sky at a large quantity, it adds so much more danger because it's not just dangerous up above if there's a collision, but what happens when there is a collision and it falls down and people get injured? There will be people below because they're flying over cities. They could be flying over anywhere as long as it's regulated. My point is, autonomy is really the right way to go with flying vehicles, especially flying vehicles that they intend to mass produce and mass sell. Yeah, autonomy is going to be a key important thing in the development of flying vehicles. And I can definitely see in flying vehicles becoming more of a reality in the future, not just helicopters, but drones. These are drones that can carry people. I can see them becoming more common in the near future because who wouldn't want to avoid the traffic that we have to deal with sometimes? You sometimes have to sit in traffic for hours. With these things, yeah, half an hour flight. You cut down a 2 hours flight to a half an hour flight sometimes, depending on the traffic, depending on the area. But with normal people in these things, I don't really have a lot of trust in normal people. Even people with pilot and license can make errors, and especially when you keep on increasing that number. So I'm telling you, autonomy is the way to go with these flying vehicles. And humans are already going into the direction of autonomy anyway in vehicle technology. So it's all on the next. It's the next thing. I'm telling you, it's the next best thing. Now, I want to check out this video with you. First of all, the van looks really, really interesting. Quite familiar. Looks like an arrival vehicle. This van looks like an arrival vehicle. We've spoken about the arrival company many times before. So this is what you can expect. It's a flying vehicle that can fit inside your van. That's really, really fascinating. Now, of course, this is basically a prototype. It will continue to be improved time after time. But I'll be really fascinating to find out what are the safety features within these vehicles. What are the safety features that haven't been developed yet, but will be developed eventually? It's definitely ambitious. There's no doubt about that. But you can clearly see it still has a prototype look to it. So I think there's a lot of improvement. I love the van though. The van looks really cool. It looks like an arrival vehicle. Seriously, let's check out an arrival vehicle just to remind us what that looks like. Let's remind ourselves what arrival vehicles look like. That's what arrival vehicles look like. Yeah, it looks a little bit like an arrival vehicle. Not the exact same, but it has some characteristics with it. Perhaps a little bit like a canoe vehicle as well. Yeah, Canoe is one of those companies we used to talk about quite a lot. We haven't made a video on Arrival recently because there's honestly not a lot that's going on with this company. It's in a really bad space right now. This is the next vehicle that looks like a canoe vehicle. Honestly, now that I'm looking at the canoe van, I remember speaking about this van like years ago. I'm starting to realize it actually looks a lot more like a canoe brand of vehicles. Yeah, seriously, look at those lights. Look at those lights in a canoe vehicle. Look at the styling, and then look at what we have with the van itself. Yeah, then look at that. There is definitely some similarities there. Anyway, that's not the important point. The real important point is that yes, they've received over 2,000 orders. They're probably still taking orders, so it's going to be interesting to see what else, what's going to happen with the production of these things. Takeoff takes 5 minutes to put the aircraft back into the carrier. Aircraft cabin fits two people, supports 5 to 6 short flights on full charge. The mothership can be charged. The mothership can charge the aircraft's battery from 30 to 80% in 18 minutes. Deliveries of this massive vehicle are scheduled for 2026. Annual production of 10,000, but the price tag of 280,000. That is quite a price tag. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this becomes a popular vehicle. The thing about it is that the Chinese economy is so incredible when it comes to building vehicles and electric vehicles. They can experiment with this technology, and it's probably not going to set them back. Even if there's not immediate success, even if it struggles, they probably won't set them back too much because the Chinese economy is so efficient at building vehicles like this and experimenting with technology and bringing it to the market like this. But I certainly look forward to seeing more about this vehicle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you in our next video. Peace.